Hi, I'm Tati, and this is what I read in May. I read 8 books in the month of May, so let's get right into it. First up, I finally finished The Tiger at Midnight by Swati Tirudala. Honestly, I found this one to be a little slow, and I'm not sure if I'll be continuing on with the series when the other books in the series come out. However, I did like the characters. I ended up giving this one 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then I read the first 2 collections of the Umbrella Academy comics. These were the Apocalypse Suite and Dallas. I found the characters and the plot of this series to be actually really compelling, and I liked the dark humor. However, the comics were a bit gory for my taste. I ended up giving both collections 3 out of 5 stars. And I also watched the first season of the Netflix adaptation, which I actually think I might have enjoyed more than the comics. And I will be watching season 2. Next, I read the Royal Diaries Anastasia. This is a fictional version of Anastasia's diary, or what Anastasia's diary could have been. I ended up really liking this book. I used to read the Royal Diary series all the time in elementary school, which is why I picked this one up, because I read some of the books in this collection series. They're not really connected to each other, but they're all part of the Royal Diaries. But I had never read the Anastasia ones, and I love Anastasia. So I decided to read this one, and I ended up giving it 4 out of 5 stars. And next up, I finally finished rereading Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson, which is a fantastic mystery story, and I loved it just as much this time around. It's still a 5 out of 5 star read for me, and now I can finally read the sequel. And next up, I have a few things I read for Borrow-a-thon. First up was another comic, and that was Nancy Drew, The Palace of Wisdom. I absolutely loved this comic. I'm a big fan of Nancy Drew in general, and this was just kind of like the perfect comic version of Nancy Drew, at least for me. There were also a couple of lines that gave me a Veronica Mars vibe, which I'm always here for. I would love for there to be more comics in this series, however, I don't think that's gonna happen. I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read Dear Allie, How Do You Write a Book by Allie Carter. This is a non-fiction young adult book on writing. It's full of great writing advice from many different YA authors. The main author, though, is Allie Carter, who is one of my favorites, and I loved reading this book. I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars as well. And finally, the last book I read in May was Escape from Mr. Lemoncello's Library by Chris Grabenstein. This is a book about a game maker who designs a new library. Think Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but board games instead of candy, and a library instead of a chocolate factory. I thought this was a really fun read, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. And that's everything I read in May. Let me know in the comments what you think of any of these books, or what your favorite read of May was. If you liked this video, please give it a like. I have new videos every Tuesday and Friday, so subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thanks for watching. Bye! I don't think that was bad, except this book is so dusty. It's so hard to remember not only to keep books out from the library until I finish reading them, but also until I film the videos I need them for. Oh, that one is back too. No, nobody's gonna understand what I'm trying to say. I missed something, so I have to start over. Oh.